Yep, that's right. At 64 years old, I am going to teach myself how to front squat. Never done these before in all of my fitness career, so let's let the journey begin. Come along and join me, see how it goes. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 Plus Fitness Journey. Okay, I recently discussed that I was going to put my back squats and deadlifts on the shelf for a little while. I did a video about that a couple of videos ago, and I'll link that up here in the corner so you can see, if you're curious, as to why, see the reason as to why I'm going to put back squats and deadlifts on the shelf for a bit. Now, I'm not going to get into those details, but today I am going to talk about what I'm going to use as a replacement for my back squat, because I do love squats. I think squats are integral, so I'm going to do some sort of squatting. And so today I'm going to introduce, it's my second session of front squats. I did a couple of test front squat sessions, didn't really count. And I did one real one session ago to get me a feel for a starting weight. So I feel a little more comfortable recording this session. Still a lot to learn, and I'll talk about that a little bit as we get into the session a little deeper. So let's go in the gym, and I'm going to show you my first real front squat session. Let's go do it. Okay, now as I'm warming up for today's front squat session, I want to talk about a little incident that happened as I was recording this. Right after I finished my third working set, I was approached by a gym employee, and he told me that a couple of gym goers had stopped by to see him, and they had, I guess, complained at the possibility of being caught in frame in one of my recordings. So I'm not unempathetic to that. I understand it. The gym is should be a safe place to go and work out and not worry about things like being recorded if you don't want to be. So thankfully, I was able to identify who they were. I'm fairly certain. So you'll see in the first working set, there's a little pixelated or blocked out section hiding those two individuals. And certainly, I have no hard feelings, and I certainly appreciate their feelings on that. But that's why you'll see that little block in the middle of the first working set. Now, I did a couple of warm-up sets prior to my first working set. Now, see where I'm grabbing right there on this bar? Now, in this particular warm-up set, I wanted to show you those knurls right there in the middle of the bar. Now, some bars will be completely flat there in the middle, and the knurl will start out wider, like where my hands are. This is a bar with a knurl in the middle, obviously, and as I understand it, it's there for example, back squatting, to give a little more grip on the back, keeping the bar a little more stable. I'm going to use the same approach here, only on a front squat. Just want that knurl right there so I feel a little more stable and secure, and that bar is a little more difficult to control and maintain on the front squat. So I just wanted to show you that real quick on that warm-up set. Okay, here we go. The official first working set, recorded working set of my front squat adventure. Now you'll notice I've changed into lifters. Got my lifting shoes on, and also down, you'll notice on my right side, your left, the little block there pixelating the women in the background. Again, apologies to them, but it works out pretty well here because you can still see what I'm up to. Now this set, I felt pretty good. The trick is to get the bar up and resting on the shoulders. Not holding it with your hands, but having it basically just sit there, and the arms and the fingers are just there for balance. Keep the elbows up and keep the bar back on the shoulders. Did 5 reps here just to get a good feel. Could have done more. Again, this is 135. Not terribly demanding. It's just the movement pattern is a little bit foreign. But set 1, I'm satisfied with that. Yes, I am. Alrighty, off we go for set 2 of my working sets for my front squats today. Now, another thing to note is I'm not using a belt here. Now, I did put a belt on for one set of a couple of reps that I did not record after my 3rd working set, and that felt pretty good. So I think going forward, I will be using a belt on these front squats. I was just afraid it might feel a little uncomfortable, a little encumbering, but it didn't. So belt from this point forward. On this set, I did 6 reps just to stretch it out a bit, just to see how it was going to feel. And the balance was good on all 6 of these. The bar was set up high, elbows up pretty good all 6 reps. This set felt nice. It really did. I felt winded. This was a little more work than I thought. It's going to take a little getting used to on the wrist flexibility. But look, here's my heart rate. It went all the way up to 163. 163. So it was a little bit of work there, and that's not terribly heavy yet. Still a good set. Okay, working set 3. Now here, I went up to 7 reps. And while I'm thinking about that, my plan is to start using 3 sets of 7 reps, maybe 8. I'm not sure exactly yet. I'm going to deviate a little bit from my progressive overload approach I was using on my back squats, where I was doing 3 sets of 5 reps. It's going to up the volume a hair. And another thing I like about these today was my depth was really good. I could comfortably go even lower. I really could, particularly after I get a little more used to these and more comfortable with the movement pattern. But that was 3 good working sets right there. Felt way more comfortable than just the one previous set before. So this is coming along well. Feeling pretty stoked about it. And this is kind of fun to have a new project, a new front squat project. Good stuff right there. More to follow. Okay, so that 3 sets of front squats was pretty good work. And I finished up with 3 sets of these hack squats here. Went a little lighter on these today. I did 3 sets of 12. This was probably an RPE of probably 7 or 8 maybe. Didn't stress it too much on these. I have to tell you though, I would have recorded more, but I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little thrown off by the incident with the ladies and the camera. So still trying to work that out in my mind. But I did do 3 sets of these hack squats, 12 reps. Felt pretty good. And I finished up with some leg extensions. I did 2 drop sets. So I can always tell when I had a pretty good leg workout because my legs were jiggly and a little wobbly. So it was a good leg workout and a nice little foray into my continuing new front squat project. Yeah, that was a good session right there. All right, there it is. My first real foray into front squats. Really my second session, but this is I guess it's official because I recorded it. My new starting weight here is going to be 135. Feeling pretty comfortable about this, more so today than the previous session, so I imagine the next one's even going to be better. As I said, I still want to have a squat motion in my workout program. This is a little different than a back squat, needless to say. A little more glute-centric, a little more quad-centric, but I still want to get the posterior chain involved. I want to get some glute work in, some hamstring work in while I'm squatting. So we'll see how this works. But I guess primarily, if it hits my quads really well, that's what I want. So this one felt pretty good. 3 sets of 7 or 8 is what I'm going to shoot for now. I had those 3 sets plus my the hack squats and some leg extensions, which I didn't record, obviously. Which leads me to one other point I want to make before I sign off. You know, this recording in the gym situation, I fully understand folks that don't want to be recorded in a public space. I get it. And I do try to stay out of the way as much as possible. And many times I've had people say, can you film this over here? Can you record that over there? I don't want to be in it. I'll adapt to that situation. I will. But I do want to continue bringing workout footage to the channel. And, you know, the camera is integral. You're going to have to record it. I don't have a home gym right now. Now, that would be sweet. If I had a home gym, man, I could tear this up. That'd be great. But we're just going to work with it, roll with it, adapt as always, more adaptation. But anyway, good workout. Thank you for being here. Do me the favor of hitting that like button. Leave a comment. Comments, critiques, suggestions, all that stuff is much appreciated. I get a ton of really good suggestions here. So keep them coming. Share this with your friends. And if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. And come on and join us. We'd love to have you. And I guess with that I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.